What's up, guys? It's Thor talking at you this week on Blu-ray and DVD, and we begin with one of the biggest action films of the year. Yes, we're talking about Fast and Furious 6. Can you believe it? They made a 6th one. They're doing a 7th one as well. Get a look at this action-packed adventure. Just like in real life. Ripped right from the headlines. You know what, though? These movies are incredible. They continue to make a lot of money worldwide. They are full of eye-popping action. They do practical stunts in a lot of these films. The charisma of the actors is awesome, and they just get better and better. It's one of the few franchises in Hollywood history that actually gets better with age. And you wouldn't think 6 movies in that it would still be able to maintain any sense of integrity, but it does. There are a lot of twists and turns in this one. You have to see all the other previous 5 movies, too, because they sort of reference back other ones that went back years ago. So a thrilling ride from start to finish. Fast and Furious 6, the best action film of the year, loaded with extras. There's an extended version of the film on the Blu-ray. Planes, tanks, and automobiles, all kinds of great features that show you all the great gadgets and gear. Gearheads delight and take control. Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, plus director Justin Ling appear at key moments throughout the film, giving their observations and reflections. Do not miss Fast and Furious 6. Oh, the ladies even get on the action. Love that stuff. Okay, next we're talking We're the Millers. This comes to us from Warner, and I mentioned Warner because they do such a good job of packing the bonus features into their Blu-rays right now. But first, before that, we'll get into what happens in this film. Basically, Jason Sudeikis is a small-time pot dealer who has to go get a big shipment from across the border, so he assembles a fake family. Get a look.
Drug dealing?
No, it's not drug dealing. It's not. No, it's smuggling.
Are you out of your mind?
Look, Rose, $10,000 and your flight's already paid for.
You can't buy me.
I'm not buying you, all right? I'm renting you. Like Pretty Woman.
Yeah, spicy. Okay, not every joke works in We're the Millers, but it does have some great moments, especially the no regrets tattoo, the credo, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, the killer whale's gold, too, the orca. For some reason, Ed Helms is obsessed with orcas in this film. So they've got a great cast, and he assembles these jokers who pretend to be his family, go down to Mexico in this giant RV. It's got a lot of funny moments, and I mentioned the bonus features because there's an extended cut of the film, but then there's a whole bunch of little vignettes that tell you about how they made it. There was so much improv that went into this movie, especially with Jennifer Aniston. She's a comic delight in this film, a truly great actress. She really gets the comic timing, and the cast gelled really well together. They clearly had a lot of fun with it, and when you see them do these take after take bits where they're trying out different lines on each other, they're all cracking up, you really get a heightened sense of appreciation for the movie, and that's what I really dug about We're the Millers. They really went for the improv, and they've got a talented bunch of people here working together. As I say, not everything works about it, but We're the Millers, you will not be disappointed. Very wacky stuff there. All right, next we're talking Planes. We're getting in the animated category of things, and this is the latest from Disney. And unfortunately, Planes didn't quite live up to its predecessors. It had some poor writing, and it was very thin sort of in plot development. It felt like a movie that we had seen before. That being said, though, stunning animation. You're getting a look at it here. Just gorgeous to look at. But for those craving a little more depth with their animated films, you're not really going to get that with this one. It really feels like Cars in the Sky, essentially. A bit of a cash grab in my mind for this one, and it grew tiresome pretty quickly. So the adults might be a little bored with Planes, but the kids will delight with the wonderful colors and funny voices. But for me, it was a bit of a pass. That's okay, though. We're turning things around, and we're talking about the reteaming. Oh, yes. Director Edgar Wright brings back Simon Pegg and Nick Frost for their 3rd reteaming. It's the 3rd installment of the Cornetto trilogy, The World's End. Have a look. Okay, now this is awesome because these guys get together and try and recreate an epic pub crawl in their hometown that they could not finish as youth. So they get all the guys back together. You know, it's been a couple of years, many years actually, so they're all sort of settled down and adults now. So they try and tackle these 12 bars, a boozy quest, only the strongest will survive. But then, to make matters worse, a bizarre series of encounters with out-of-the-world locals soon have them realizing that their final pub, The World's End, may be the least of their troubles. It's sort of an invasion of the body snatchers type thing when these sort of alien robots start taking over. And I'm not giving anything away because it's established very early on in the film, as you see like in a scene like this. A lot of crazy action, so many funny moments. You got an excellent cast here. And if you love these guys in Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, you are going to just delight because it is so funny. Really kind of reminiscent of the other one we had this summer with Seth Rogen and Jay Baruchel, This Is the End. Kind of a different take on this. I love the ending in this film. It really was edgy and different. And yeah, there's a lot of blue blood in this film. Great acting all around. The World's End. Check that one out. All right, next we're going to be talking about Paranoia. This is an espionage thriller starring Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's brother, along with Gary Oldman and Harrison Ford. Have a look.
You arrogant bastard.
I took a brick device that everybody laughed at and turned it into the one thing that no one can do without. I earned my arrogance.
Yes, and none of that happens without me. You stood on my shoulders!
And now I'm standing
Gotta
on your
love
neck.
Gary Oldman and how over the top he is. You know what? They're really good in this film. Unfortunately, it had one too many twists and turns, very superficial, and it just got kind of ridiculous after a while. Basically, Hemsworth has been fired from his telecom job, and he's forced by Oldman to infiltrate his longtime rival's company, played by Harrison Ford, there to steal trade secrets. It was an interesting premise on paper, never quite pays off, but if you like Harrison Ford, you like Gary Oldman, and you like that sort of over-the-top delivery, it's a winner in my mind. Other than that, though, pretty superficial, kind of forgettable. Definitely a one-time viewing for that one. And we leave you off with The To-Do List, and this stars Parks and Recreation star Aubrey Plaza as a valedictorian who's graduating from high school, but before she goes to college, she wants to get educated in the sexual realm, shall we say. So she assembles a list of all these sexual activities she missed out in high school, and she quickly realizes that she's way out of her league. Great cast in this one, including Rachel Bilson, Bill Hader, Andy Samberg, and Donald Glover. It's not quite as raunchy as you wanted it to be. I thought it was really going to push the envelope and be really edgy, so it kind of played it safe when it came to a sex comedy. But Aubrey Plaza is very funny. She's got a lot of charisma, and she's got some excellent delivery in this one. The cast works, the jokes don't always, and I wish they had sort of gone a little more risque. But that being said, it's kind of worth a watch. The To-Do List. There you go. A lot going on this week on Blu-ray and DVD. There's 6 titles to choose from. Let me know what you think. I'm Thor Dykow. Check me out on Twitter @ThorDykow. I'm here each and every week bringing you all the latest on breakfasttelevision.ca.